in Islam, it teaches us that all the wealth and whatever we have are all called blessings that we are entrusted with. Allah doesn't give you your wealth for you only. He gives you your wealth, you are entrusted with it. So the more you have, don't sit there thinking, oh, if a person has a lot of money, it means God must love him. God is blessing them favorably. No, Allah is testing them. It's a blessing and a test. If you use it in the right way, it's a blessing. If you use it in the wrong way and let it affect your heart, it is a test and a punishment and will punish you in the hereafter. And poverty doesn't mean that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hates that person or is punishing them. Don't ever think that. Many prophets were poor in wealth. Many sahabas were poor in wealth. But they still strived and worked. They didn't just sit there saying, that's it. No, they're all a test. And 7 of the 10 who were promised paradise, you know, al-Ashra Mubasharun, the 10 companions mentioned in one hadith promised paradise, 7 of them, 7 out of 10, were extremely wealthy. Extremely wealthy. Very rich with money. They say, some historians and experts, analysts, they say that Abdurrahman ibn Auf radiyallahu anhu was one of the most wealthiest companions. They say they estimated his wealth in today's currency, in American dollars, to be, I forgot the figure, but they were in the billions, like the hundreds of billions, his wealth, in today's currency. But he used it for the sake of the deen, for Islam, for the Muslims, for the community, for the benefit, radiyallahu anhu. So brothers and sisters, all of that. Uthman ibn Affan was one of those. He bought a well called the well of Rumah. Rumah was a Jewish man who lived close to Medina, and he had a well, and the Muslims needed water, and they offered him to buy it, and his price was very high. And Uthman radiallahu anhu was the only one who could afford it, and he bought it and donated it as an ongoing charity for the Muslims. Subhanallah, the well of Uthman radiallahu anhu is still active till today, and it is still a waqf in Saudi Arabia, near Medina, and it's still used for the poor people and the Hujjaj who go there, the pilgrims who are poor and need a shelter. They use the profit from that well and whatever is produced, and they've got palm trees grown and they've invested it, all from Uthman radiallahu anhu, and all of its rewards for free. All of its rewards go back to who? To Uthman radiallahu anhu. Nearly 1,400 years later. That is called an ongoing charity. Something so small like that you leave. Well, it's big to him, but for you guys, anything that comes to be creative and leave something behind that can benefit other people. So that's the charity. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam then said beneficial knowledge. Some people tell me beneficial knowledge is only Sharia knowledge, only religious knowledge. Wrong. Wrong. Muslims don't just need salat, zakat, saum, hajj, wudu, what breaks your wudu, all the acts of worship. No. That's one aspect of benefit for the people. The other aspect is also services for the people that benefit them in their livelihood. For example, services that help people in their lives, academic knowledge, and all fields of science, medicine, astronomy, maths and engineering, agriculture, the arts. There are great scholars of the past such as Abu Bakr al-Razi, Ibn al-Nafis, Ibn al-Haytham, Khawarizmi, Abbas ibn Farnaz, Maryam al-Astrolabi, who invented the calculations of astrolabes, they call it. Khawarizmi, whose mathematical calculations called algorithms, were named after Ibn al-Jabr, where the name algebra was named after, and so on. These are all benefit, but they did it for the sake of Allah, and they earned from it, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rewards them for it, for their intention. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. Actions are judged by intentions. Beneficial knowledge, such as an academy that you left behind, a school, a Quran school, a weekend school, a training and development institute, even self-defense, life skills, survival skills, a book, a manual, an article. All of these, inshallah, so long as your intention is right, you earn a bit of money for it, and you do it because it is beneficial for the sake of Allah. You could have chosen a haram knowledge to leave behind, and you could have chosen a halal knowledge to leave behind. You chose the halal, you chose the one that pleases Allah and benefits the people, and you earned money from it, then alhamdulillah, you will also get rewarded as a legacy left behind. Of course, if you did it for free and you were able to do it, the reward is even greater. So brothers and sisters, that's the mindset that Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us. Beneficial knowledge, anything that benefit people so long as it's halal and not haram. Number 3, the last one, a righteous child to supplicate for him. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us, the hadith is in Musnad Ahmad 10611. He said, verily Allah Almighty will raise the status of his righteous servants in paradise, and they will say, O Lord, Where did I get this all from? Meaning my deeds were all over. I don't have anything else to receive these palaces and all this extra. And Allah will say, this is your child seeking forgiveness for you after you passed away. Your rank rises because your child makes dua for you. So that means you've got to teach your child and train your child and get them ready to be righteous. Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam also said in Al-Hakim and Albani, as authentic as hadith in his Sahih Targhib, he said, whoever reads the Quran, learns it, and acts in accordance with it, on the day of resurrection, his parents will be given a crown to wear whose light will be like the light of the sun. And his parents will be given garments which far surpass everything that is found in the world. They will say, why have we been given this to wear? And it will be said to them, because your child learned the Quran.